r/nosleep by Ghost Moongazer. I didn't used to have Coulrophobia, but then I saw the photo on my phone. I let the hot water beat down on my head. I had to get rid of this headache before the meeting. I couldn't figure out why I felt so lousy. My eyes were bloodshot, my mouth felt as dry as a desert wind, and it tasted like summer roadkill. I needed to look sharp and with it for the meeting, even if it was online, and I could technically be naked from the waist down. After a good 30 minutes, I got out of the shower feeling a little better. My mouth still tasted like shit after brushing my teeth, but no one would be able to smell my breath over the internet, and I knew I had eye drops somewhere to perk up my eyes. I went into the bedroom and got dressed. My bed was a mess. I didn't understand why. I thought I'd slept soundly. Didn't even remember getting up to go to the bathroom. I went to straighten it. When I picked up my pillow to fluff it, I noticed a white smudge on the blue fabric. I touched it. Greasy like lotion or makeup. I stared at it, trying to figure out where it had come from, but nothing came to mind. I tossed the pillowcase into the hamper and headed into the kitchen to grab something quick to eat. There was an open, half-empty water bottle on the counter. I vaguely remembered drinking it. I poured out the rest and grabbed a fresh one from the fridge. I stared down at my desk with my water and a snack. Still had 10 minutes before the Zoom. Out of the corner of my eye, I noticed one of the couch cushions was crooked. Weird. I hadn't even sat on it in days. The meeting started. 18 people. Everything was going fine until my boss, Patricia, asked me to send the group some photos of a housing development I'd found while traveling in Holland. I smiled. "You'll be impressed," I said. I opened the photo app on my phone and started scrolling to find the folder. But the last photo on my camera roll wasn't from Holland. The last photo stopped my heart cold. It looked like 4 grotesque figures sitting on a couch. I zoomed in. My pulse went haywire. My skin tightened and goosebumps rose in waves. "Mandy?" Patricia's voice cut through. "Did you find the photos?" I didn't answer. I couldn't. I was locked on that image, trying to make sense of it. "Mandy!" This time, sharper. My stomach clenched. I felt like I might throw up. I looked at the laptop camera and muttered, "Excuse me," and slammed it shut. I stared at the photo, hands shaking. There were 4 people. 4 clowns. They were sitting on my couch, dressed in black hoodies and white and black clown makeup. These weren't friendly-looking clowns, not the kind that bumble around at children's parties. These were something else. They looked like gang members mixed with Art the Clown. They were staring straight at the camera, expressionless, dead serious. But that wasn't the worst part. What made my stomach twist and my vision blur was the woman draped across their laps. Naked, limp, with their white gloved hands strategically placed on the parts of her body you don't show to the world. That woman was me. I felt like my heart was about to explode. My body buzzed with panic. No, this wasn't real. It had to be fake. AI generated, photoshopped. But then I remembered the greasy white smudge on my pillowcase, the water bottle I didn't recall drinking, and how awful I'd felt when I woke up. Texts were flooding in from Patricia. She was pissed. I needed to answer her, but I couldn't focus with that photo sitting in my gallery like a loaded gun. I took a deep breath and tried to calm myself. It's just a prank, I told myself. Some kind of sick, glitched image or joke. I deleted it, closed my eyes, breathed in, breathed out. Then I opened my eyes, ready to text her back, but that freaking picture was back on my phone. Clumsy me, I thought, and deleted it again, only to see it reappear again and again. Same image, same timestamp, same frozen horror. My chest tightened. I could feel the panic build again. I checked the metadata, and it showed it was taken last night, and with my phone. Trying not to throw up, I opened the sleep tracker app. It showed I left bed at 12:17 a.m. and returned at 4:42 a.m. Out of bed for over 2 hours. I had no memory of that at all. There was also a sharp spike in my heart rate, and a location data said I walked around the apartment. I couldn't take it anymore. My hands were shaking, and my stomach felt like it was trying to tie itself into knots. I went to the cops. I didn't want to be one of those people, but what else was I supposed to do? 4 strangers might have broken into my apartment and posed with me while I was unconscious. That's not a prank, that's assault. I didn't care how crazy I sounded, I had proof. That picture, the timestamp, the sleep data, the greasy white smudge on my pillow, the open water bottle. I knew something had happened. The cop at the front desk looked at the photo for maybe 5 seconds before shrugging. Probably AI generated, he said. What? We see this a lot nowadays. People prank each other with fake photos. There are websites where you can make this stuff. I blinked. You think I made this? He shrugged again. Could have been anyone with access to your phone or cloud account. Could be a bug. Try changing your passwords. Make sure your Bluetooth's off when you sleep. That's it? I asked. You can file a report if you want, but if there's no sign of a break-in and no injury, I don't think we'll be assigning anyone to it. I felt like I'd been slapped. That's me. That's my couch. That's my tattoo, I said, and pointed to the purple butterfly on my thigh, clearly visible in the photo. Look, he said, already bored. I'm not saying it's funny. I'm just saying we get this kind of thing a lot lately. You can file a report, but I doubt anyone's going to take it seriously. And that was it. I was left with nothing. Just me and that photo. That night I didn't sleep. I kept checking the locks. I unplugged everything. The router, Alexa, even my TV. I stuffed a towel under the bedroom door. Not sure why, but it felt safer somehow. Then I sat in bed with a kitchen knife on my laptop. At around 2 a.m., I started digging. I searched everything I could think of. Photo hacks, phone exploits, deepfake generators, sleepwalking forums. I finally found a thread buried deep in a tech forum. No usernames, just long streams of numbers and cryptic replies. Most of the thread was about something called blindfeed.exe. Not a program you download. It's something that gets pushed to your device through sketchy apps, QR codes, and even shared Wi-Fi. Once it's on your phone, it can access everything. Camera, mics, sleep data. It can delete files, edit photos, upload them somewhere you'll never find. But the worst part? It's part of a challenge, a dark web competition. People compete in teams to stage the most creative home invasion photos or videos, drugging their victims, dressing up, posing with them. Bonus points for intimacy, emotion, or absurdity. The more disturbing the photo, the more views it gets. The more views, the higher the score. The team with the most upvotes wins real money. Some victims never even know they've been featured. Others, well, they figure it out too late. And if your photo keeps coming back after you delete it, that means you're trending. I couldn't stay there. I packed a bag, paid cash, and checked into a crappy roadside motel under a fake name. I unplugged everything, shoved a chair under the doorknob, slept with my phone in a Faraday bag and my knife under the pillow. Still, I woke up at 6:13 a.m. with a crawling feeling under my skin. I got up and noticed a piece of paper on the dresser. It hadn't been there when I went to sleep, I was sure of it. It was a printed photo. Me, asleep in the motel bed, surrounded by 4 clowns. 2 crouched beside me, 1 sat at the foot of the bed, the 4th clown was laying next to me, head on the same pillow, his face turned toward mine, like a couple. Underneath, typed in bold black letters, he looked better in the first one. I've done everything I can. New name, new place, no smart devices, no Wi-Fi. I sleep with the lights on. Doesn't matter, they're still playing. So if you ever find a photo on your phone that you don't remember taking, if you're unconscious in it, and you're not alone, don't delete it. Don't post it. And don't try to track it, because the more people who see it, the more points they get. And if your photo goes viral, they'll come back for a sequel.